All right, Cruising and Crafts family. I'm here with my good old buddy Dion, and we're on the Margaritaville Sea Islander. So, Dion, how did you get onto this cruise?
Well, it started about 2.5 years ago. Kirk and
Right.
Sandy and my family were on a princess cruise going through the Panama Canal.
Yeah.
And Kurt and his wife were doing videos just like this.
Right?
And we just started talking. He needed us to be quiet for a minute because we were yapping away as we were going through the canal, but he wanted this time lapse picture. So
I remember
we
that.
said, "Oh, we'll be quiet for a second." And then as soon as he's done, he goes, "All right, good. Sorry about that, but I just had to get that video."
Yeah.
And then we just talked more and more and more. And then I went and watched Kurt and Sandy play some craps down in the casino. I didn't jump in at the time. And over the next 2 years, just been spending a lot of time. Kurt sends me videos. I'm part of his Facebook group. So just watching videos, and I just started getting really interested into casinos for free cruises because I'm a cheapskate and I'm semi-retired. So the concept of going on cruises with little to no cost besides port fees really appealed to me.
Right?
And so just kept on watching the videos, learning craps because I'd never played craps before in my life. And then Kurt started posting some videos on roulette, got started playing roulette more. And then we went on a celebrity cruise a few months ago, and I started playing roulette there.
That's
and
right.
playing one of the big strategies that Kirk was pushing and suggesting. And I earned enough for a Norwegian cruise.
Yes.
So went on that Norwegian cruise and played even more on that one because it was a longer cruise. And got a couple more cruise offers from that. And then few months ago, Kurt reached out to us and part of his Facebook group and says, "Hey, tell me your ADT."
All right, we are back. We got interrupted by the cruise director, so we're going to continue this. So, you were on Celebrity.
Yep. So Celebrity was my second attempt at doing big gambling.
Right.
And I learned on my first set of cruises that we went on, I was not spending enough time. I was just spending 1 hour a night, and that was it. Maybe
Right.
hour and a half. And I was getting about 350 ADT, that's your average daily theoretical. And that was enough to get me an inside cabin.
Right. Interior room, right? On
Yeah.
most cruises.
So you don't get to see the ocean, you get to see the walls. So then on the next cruise, I spent an average an hour and a half to 2 hours every session. And my wife would always tell my kids, "Oh, he's going off to work now." So,
Right.
so I was betting the same numbers and doing the same amounts, but just with the more time in the casino,
Still with roulette, right? On the
with roulette, because it calculates how much money you start with, how much you're betting per spin, and how much time at the table.
can you
have to spend time at the table.
How much did you sit down with at the table, and what was your average bet?
So I would typically sit down with $2,000 to $2,500,
That's a good amount. Yeah.
and I was betting around $60 to $80 per spin.
Yeah.
And then as I failed on, I forgot a loss,
Right.
then I would martingale up. So that 60 would go to 120 to 240. So
Right.
it got up on some of them,
Yeah.
but I was doing good. Like I had a different system than what I've been playing lately. But and I was up until the last night of the cruise. I was up plus $3,000.
And hey, we had a conversation about that because you reached out to me, which you guys can do, right? So he instant messaged me, and I told him what I would do if I was up like that.
So I was up $3,000, and then it was at sea the last day. So in the morning, I got up, went for breakfast, went to the casino, says, "Hey, I've been averaging $500 to $800 in profit a day."
Yeah, winning. He's just
Winning.
killing it.
So I got down to, I was I marked up, and I was at about 640, and I thought, oh crap, you know what? If I walk away from here, I'm still up $2,400. So
Right.
I said I'm done. I let my chips go, and then got up, walked away from the table, and then I watched the next spin. It was my number. So I was like, oh crud. Well, I'm gonna go for lunch. So went back to the room. My wife was still happy. We're still up, paid for all the shore excursion. She was happy. Went for lunch. She went and did a jewelry thing, and I sat in the room. I go, what the heck? How can I lose 2 times in a row? Went back to the table again, and the same thing, because I didn't want to commit to my full bankroll, which I had been all week long.
You didn't have faith in the system,
Exactly.
right?
Didn't have faith in the system. Dropped $800 behind on that one. Then I said, screw it, I'm going.
So you stopped.
I stopped, spent the rest of the afternoon with the wife, went and had supper, dinner for you.
Yeah.
And then after dinner, I said, oh, come on, I can't be this much behind. Went, did it again, down 600. So by the end, because I walked away again, but after every last roll that I walked away, it hit on the next one. So you gotta, if you're gonna play your system, you gotta have faith in your system, and be careful on the last day that you're not.
Yeah.
You have to be careful when you walk away. So I still walked away with $600 plus 450 ADT on that cruise,
That's good.
and that got me onto this cruise with a Bell Kitty.
So you see, we can use your play on other cruise lines to get you on Margaritaville or Princess or to Royal. So remember that. Reach out to me.
So we started, and this is my first cruise with Kirk since I've been gambling.
And I've been so pumped up. We've been planning this for weeks, talking strategies, what we're going to do. So let's talk about the first night. And at the end of this video, I'm going to add another video of us actually playing, like showing us how we bet the first night and then how we adjusted things. So tell us about the first night. What system did you start with?
Well, I call it the Crown and Coke system. And no, actually, the official name for it is the Double O Hell.
Double O Hell, which I made a video of it, and I gave him credit, but it is on one of my simulator ones that I did, okay?
Yep.
It is basically for making money. It's hard to get rated points for because your bets are in free seats, so you got to make sure that they're watching that. But this is strictly to make money, okay? But it's very volatile, right? So.
And if you're not going to commit to your bankroll, it gets sphincter factor really quick. But if you're going to be betting, because I typically would bet, my laydown bet's 150, and you can get into the $1,200, $1,400 in 3 bad or 4 bad rolls.
Yes, really quick.
So you got to have a $2,500 bankroll that you're committing to.
So the first night, what did you buy in for? Do you remember?
Yeah, we were buying in for $1,500.
Yeah.
So we didn't even slap down the full amount that we normally do.
Well, I bought it for 3, but I had $1,500 off the side and like $1,500 in green chips.
No.
I think you did buy it for $1,500, and that's going to come into play later because that's another story to share for you. So you start off betting your system. What was your first bets?
So my first bets were 20, 20, 20, 20.
So $80 average.
$80
bet,
out.
okay?
Yep. And then it jumps up to 100.
Yeah.
And we did that for about 10 rolls, and I missed 4 in a row or something like that.
Yeah. Somewhere from like 80 to what, to 160 or something.
Yeah, and then 320, and
20.
then I said, I don't know about this, Kurt. I don't know if I want to do this
I'm
anymore.
sitting right next to him, okay? And don't get me wrong, it was already hot in the casino, but I could start seeing the beads of sweat coming down, and the little clench that he was like, oh God, this one can hurt. And I'm like, hey, you know, you can either believe in the system. The next one's going to be painful, though, right? Go ahead. What happened?
So we were down.
So did you stop it or did you continue with it?
No, I made the decision. We're switching. I'm switching
Abandoned
strategies.
ship.
Abandoned ship, and I switched to the doubles,
The
five
five
double
doubles.
streets, but I was only playing at the what was I playing at?
10, so $50.
$50 bets.
Yeah.
So you're only winning $10 per win.
Yeah. Yeah, betting 50 to win 10.
And I was down 260 at that time.
Yeah.
So I came all the way back,
Yeah.
but just slowly.
Winning $10 at a time. And then every now, like if he lost, he'd have to double his bet for one spin, right?
Yep.
Now his $50 a spin was only going to get him like 150 to 280 T. Meanwhile, I'm betting 125 a spin, up to 250, up to 500. Okay, so my rating's much higher. So, anyways, he comes back, and you end up winning money on that night, right?
Yeah, we were broke even.
Yeah,
so
you broke even. Yeah.
I'm fine with the break even.
I took that. The first night was the toughest on me. I took a couple vicious hits early, so I ended up losing 400 on the first night. 400, maybe even 500. Okay, so I start off with 125, got a whack. Went to 250, got a whack. Went to 500, got a whack. But we played for 3 hours. Now, here's the crazy thing, and this is very important. This is why I tell, and I can't stress this enough. I took a screenshot of my chips and my time on the table. After a few minutes of playing, 30 minutes, I asked what my average bet was. It was 180, right? But somehow, after we played for 3 hours, I go to see the casino host to see how much I got rated, how many hours I put in. I go see the casino host. He goes first. He gets like 14 or 1500 for 3 hours. I'm like, dang, it shouldn't have added up that way. I know, right? The $50 bets, there's no way it should be 1500. Should have been more like 500. So right there, that registered something's wrong to me. Well, supposedly when one of the dealers came in, they made an error. They logged me out 12 minutes into my session.
Not 2.5 hours.
Yes. So, and I got somebody else's average. So right away, I called the casino manager. They came over. They looked at it. And then the casino floor person, which is Mario, awesome. He's taking care of this. Is day 5. So believe me, we wanted to do the recap at the very end. Luckily, I caught it the very first day. If I had waited till the next day, too late. They watched videos of my bets. They went back and rated me at 180 a spin, being nice, 180, 200, whatever, because I bet 125. Most of the time, I'm betting 125. If I lose, I go to 250. So, anyways, they came back, realized that somebody had made an error, right? Because we're human. But the next couple of nights, they doubled my bets, so my ADT caught back up to where it was. So the first night I actually got 0, but the next night I got 4,000 something points, and the next night another 4,000. So, Dion, you adjusted after that. You started playing 5 double streets at what level?
At the 125 level.
Yeah.
So I bumped it as well too. So he immediately bumped my averages up too.
Yeah.
So on the the first full at day C, we banged out quite a few hours in the casino.
Yeah, 3 hours the very first night.
And we got over 3,000 points for that one day. And with this cruise line, their tiering system is they'll tier you for the 5 days. You have a cumulative total 14,000.
Right.
But if you hit 3,000 points in one day, 24-hour period, they instantly bump you up to the second highest tier.
The second tier, which is gold, I
Gold,
believe, right?
yep.
And then if you get 7,000 in one day, 7 or 6. They bump you up to like 15,000 worth of points, which is it platinum?
Platinum.
I have a picture of it, so I will show it on the video. But anyways, in the second day, we both got over 3. I think
so
got
we made
4,000.
a point of making sure we got our 3,000 because we wanted that instant gold because that gives us an extra cruise, a birthday cruise.
Yeah.
Plus, it also gives us
Free
third
play.
person in your cabin for free, free play, spa days, like all kinds of things. So we wanted to make sure because our goal was either we had to do that 3,000 for that one day, or we had to get to 15,000 for the whole cruise.
Right.
So we just said, all right, we're not going to go play bingo. We're going to sit at this casino and
there's
play.
no bingo for us. So day 4. This is day 4. Tomorrow's day 5, and we're getting off the cruise. But in 4 days, and we still have tonight to finish up. But how many points are you at in 4 days?
I'm at just over 14,000. So we still have 1,000 points we've got to get tonight.
I'm at 14,250. And I still am going to play some craps with some people and some roulette. No problem getting 15,000 points. Definitely want to give. I'm telling you, the dealers here have been fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Knowing their bet, smiling, we're having a good time with us. In fact, Mario, the floor guy, he is so funny. He knows our bet so well. The first time I bet 125, the next time I bet 250. When I bet 250 and I win, it's $250. Well, the dealer has to go. It makes a noise so that the floor person has to come over because they're playing in black chips. Well, Mario is so funny. He looks at me, knows that I won, right? Because everybody else is playing a little smaller, $20, $40. But he'll look at me and go, I know Kirk lost, because he knows I had to bet more, right? So crazy funny. And then when he knows I bet 500, he goes, I know Kirk lost 2 times in a row, making fun of me, right? But it's all good because it happens, right? I love that type of personality.
See, what he did with me today was I bumped up to the 250 and I won.
Yeah.
And of course the guy goes for the payout, and he comes over. I know Dion. I know how he plays. You don't have to call me over. I know that he just won 250.
Right.
Good. Don't call me over for this anymore. I mean, we got it. We know how this guy plays.
Yeah.
We're happy with it. He's got his rating. Don't touch the machine. Just let it be. So he's awesome. Mario is pretty damn amazing. I like it.
Yeah. So he was also super funny. The first time, like, I didn't play craps until night 3. I went over, like I said, I made a short video of it. I hit all the numbers. It was ridiculous. Betting 555. Like I said, I think I won like 1,500 to 1,800. Tipped the dealers a crazy amount. Mario was giving me a hug, so appreciative. The dealers were amazing. We chose Miguel as dealer of the week, so we made a bet for him. He was so appreciative. But they're so amazing here. But going back to like the tips, the tricks, the things you need to do at a table game, what are some of the things that you've learned that there are things you must do that we've seen other people, we've been telling other people about, things you need to do to get tracked right?
Well, you got to tip your dealers because it goes into a pool tip.
Yes.
So if you tip your dealer, then also the pit boss is going to get a portion of that tip.
Right.
And they pay more attention. You need to also ask what your what rating do they have you at? So I've been on another cruise where I was betting the 160 a hand, and he had me at 70 or 80.
Right.
And I said, how? Like, my minimum bet is this much, and if I martingale, I'm up to this much. So he called his pit boss over, and the one that I've been dealing with. So he corrected it in the machine, said, sorry, Mr. MacArthur, we'll keep it. So you have to constantly check that, and they're used to it. They know.
They understand.
So it's not an annoyance if you're doing it the right amount of times.
Right.
Like, don't ask after every 4 deals or hands. But you know what? Once an hour, that's no problem. That shows them that you're a professional bettor, and you take this serious. Right. You're not just randomly splattering the table with chips and hopes that you hit.
Well, and here's another thing that Mario and I talked, like, this is day 4. We got a great relationship, okay? I buy in for $3,000. I'm going to bet 125, 250, 500. I don't buy in for $3,000 and bet $30 and take chips off the table like some people do, right? I am betting it, okay? So he watches that. They see, the eye in the sky sees, okay? So any other, and so I check within 20 or 30 minutes, and then before I leave, hey, thanks. By day 2, Mario, I walk by, and when he plugs me in the system, he looks at me and he's and he'll flash a signal, even like, hey, I got you in for 300. I've had dealers like that before, or floor people. Kirk got you for 3, just flash me signs. I'm like, hey, appreciate you. Then, because the casino hosts, they're the ones that look at all your points, and then they give you comps accordingly. The most important people are those floor people that input your data, right? You need it's time on the table, your average bet. You need to make sure that your average bet's in there and that you're in there accordingly. On these tables, they do not have green lights to let you know. That's why I couldn't tell I was logged out. It's only on the machine. And there's dealers coming and going. So I would ask the dealers, hey, you got me in there? Yeah, especially the next night. You got me in there, Frank? You got me in there, Martha? Whoever, right? Stay on top of that. Then after every night, I go to casino host and then ask them how many points. Or I could ask the floor guy, right?
Yeah.
Build that relationship with them. But when they see us tipping, and then at the end, when we're filling out the little surveys for them, we'll make sure and give them 10s and talk to them. Post up on our Facebook.
Put their name in on your surveys. Like, put their name in the surveys. Like today, every single one of the ones that got to know us, from the bar guy to the table people, they all ask, "Hey, Tion, make sure my name is in there." So make sure you give them credit, because not only does they need the tip money, but they get bonuses based upon how many people mention their names, and they get promotions based upon good feedback. So always give that. And if you want to have free drinks at the table, you better tip $2 to $5 per drink.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to see them once every 3 hours.
That's right.
Like, I don't think there was a minute where I had a dry drink here, because we always, him and I, we drop $5.
$5 for everything. I don't care. We get 2 drinks. I don't care what I get. It's $5. Right.
So we typically get 2, so it's $2.50 each, and we just took turns giving him tips. But the first night he made a lot of money off of us.
But here's the thing, that first night he knows our name. Like, we're walking around, hey, Kurt, and people are like, wow, you knows your name? I'm like, yeah, because we tip. So you guys know the drill. At minimum $2 or $3, right? So it helps.
And it helps them, because like, what's $2 or $3 for us? $2 or $3 for a lot of these people is a real changer. So they love it, and they bend over backwards for you. And you know what? They're hanging out together downstairs.
That's right.
So
they're talking.
If you're a good tipper,
they're talking,
and they want to help you out. And you know, if you've missed one of your bets and you have a dealer that likes you, they'll say, hey, why aren't you playing this one? You go, oh yeah, sorry, I missed that. Yeah. So it's important that you keep on doing that, so that they will help you out and make sure that you're not missing anything.
So I want to go back to the importance of ADT, or average daily feel, that we talk about, okay? So Dion's normally averaging between 300 and 450, right? This trip, we have literally sat right next to each other. He's seen me play, did exactly the same as I've been doing. First night, I think he had a 400 or 500 ADT. After that, we've been averaging 1,000 a night, and our overall one right now, because the first day it was the lowest one, right? Our ADT is around 800. When we finish up tonight, hopefully around 900. His ADT on this ship, we'll be able to use not only to come back on this ship, but on Princess when he goes, or on Royal or Carnival. So that is going to score on 3 or 4 more cruises, right? Now, whether he's getting a balcony or a suite, every ship is different. Depends on the season and how popular it is. But I'm proud of my guy here. He's from Canada. I'm so glad and thankful to come on this ship with them. We've been having a great time. Other people have been watching us play, and there was some young people behind us the other day on night 3, and they were standing behind their dad, and I can hear them say, hey, those are the same 2 dudes that were here the last couple of nights playing for hours. It was so funny. So Dion's wife's been watching us too, so we've had a good time, huh? That looks good.
It's been great times. But you know what I've been looking and searching for, and I have found one? There has been no ducks, man.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have looked for ducks.
Yeah, that's right.
I have found no cruising and crap ducks, buddy.
Yeah, I have Christmas and ducks, all kinds of ducks we need to place. Oh, you know what else we need to talk about is that there's a young lady that was playing at the table.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. I love to see the new people just playing, right? A little scared of the game. First night she bought it for like $40. Took it up to won like 200 or 300. Next night she lost a little bit. And it's funny because she reminds me a lot of my daughter, real shy and stuff. The 3rd or 4th night, she bought in for $20 right next to me. And she doesn't know kind of like what she's getting bet. She's playing the corners. She's playing the...
her favorite numbers.
The splits. She's playing all of her favorite numbers, but she's betting 5 or 6 different ways to win, right? Myself, when I play, everything I bet, it's real simple to calculate. When you start betting the corners and splits and streets, you better know your odds. Well, that night, it was so cool because I was coaching, hey, how much did you win? And she goes, oh, that pays 35. Oh, that pays 17. And I'm fist bumping her. She had such good energy. That night she started with $20 and she cashed out $640. So proud of that young lady. Giving her a shirt, people, all right? Playing roulette ain't easy, but she looks good doing it, all right?
You know, and that brings up an important part too. You have to know your odds and the winnings on those odds. And you have to know where you have your bets out there, because just today, a person had bet on one set and the dealer cleared it, And
Yeah.
the guy goes, I had bets here.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, really?
Yeah.
So
It happens.
It does happen. So make
Yeah.
sure you know where your bets are.
Yeah.
And if you know that you had your bets on that spot,
Yeah.
you can ask for a pit boss to go and review the film.
Right.
So,
I've
and
seen
they
it
will.
5 times. On this cruise alone, don't get me wrong, in Vegas, I still see it. On this cruise, I've seen it 5 times, but I've seen them correct it 5 times within
Yep.
seconds. Oh, you know, right? A lot of times, oh, you know, right? You did have it. Or they'll call a floor over, hey, give them their money.
This
So-
one, they actually went and
so
watched the
fantastic.
video.
Oh,
and
they
then
had
they
to,
came
yeah.
back and they added one more color into
Yeah.
the mix that
Oh,
was missed
wow.
too.
Wow.
And that
Yeah.
person didn't even know,
So-
the teal didn't even know that
Yeah.
they had lost that
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
they ended up getting their
Know
money.
how much you get paid, people. And if you play a lot of crazy bets, know how much you get paid for those, right? I try and keep it simple. Bet on one number, get 35 to 1. Playing my double streets. People, I've been on this cruise, they're like, Kirk, what do you recommend? My 5 double streets, 9 streets, you can play dozens. Remember, at the end of the day, it's gambling. I got whacked the first night, 500. Dion, after the third or fourth night, Dion was actually up and he had like 6,000 or 7,000 points. I mean, that is unbelievable. I was still down, and then I played craps and I snapped them around. I'm up, and now I got 14,000 points. To be up and have 14,000 points, you can't ask for more, right? But know the game, know the odds. And here's one other thing. I'm playing 5 double streets. There was a guy trying to imitate me, and instead of playing 5, he's
Yep.
betting 6 double streets.
He was.
And I told him the first time, hey, buddy, you cannot win. All you're going to do is break even. You win, we're here. But if the 0 comes,
Zeros, you lost.
it's going to wipe you out. He didn't care. He just kept playing 6 streets.
You told him 2 times.
Yeah.
And,
then
he
then
wouldn't
I'm
listen.
Because people, right? I mean, you go, I only say it so many times. A 0 hits him and he's wiped out, right? Now, his average, he's betting more, right? Well, actually, he's betting $2 on both of them. But so he's betting $12. But when the 0 hit, he's getting whacked. You know your odds, know what you're going to pay. If you're betting too many numbers, you cannot win. So the house already has the edge. Know the house edge. Have a bag of tricks, right? So many different ways to play. I have 3 ways that I love to play that I have no problem jumping to. If I'm playing 20 numbers, I win more, but it's more volatile, right? 9 streets or 5 double streets, I can play for long. And I have people that tell me all the time, Dion, all the time, people go on my YouTube videos, oh, if you play for a long time, you're gonna get killed. Obviously, right? If you play craps for a long time, you're gonna get killed. I have played roulette for hours and hours. I have 11 hours on this cruise, at least 11 hours, and I am up. Dion, same thing, is at least 11 hours and about even or so. Well, I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
down a little bit. I'm
I
down a
lost
little bit.
200 this morning
He
with one
lost-
dealer.
Yes.
And that's, if you're getting a bad,
Listen.
get up and walk away.
Yep.
Like, if you've lost more,
Yeah.
then either change your strategy or just get up and walk away.
Yeah.
Take a break. Wait for a new dealer, then get back at it if you want.
Same thing happened to me. And it just so happened that one person would come in, spin, and whack me with the 0. And after a 0 hits, if I lose on something, I wait a turn and then I double my bets, right? Whacks me again. So then I go for the third one. If I get 3 whacks, I'm done, right? They only have 1 table on this ship, so I can't move, right? That's the downfall. But they do have 2 zeros. They don't have 000.